What? Something that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable, but it's necessary. This episode is titled Stop Renting Vibes Your Ass Can't Afford. Okay? Because listen, too many people are living lifestyles they just cannot maintain, carrying energy they can't sustain, and performing success instead of building it. Okay? So let me say it plainly. If you can't maintain it, you shouldn't introduce it. Okay. If you can't afford it in discipline, consistency, finances, or mental health, you're renting. And renting vibes always come with interest. So let's get into it. What it means to rent a vibe. Renting a vibe is like living above your means to look successful, showing up energized for the camera, but depleted in real life, borrowing confidence from external validation, and performing a lifestyle you can't keep up when nobody's watching. Renting looks good short term, but long term, it creates anxiety, debt, burnout, and identity confusion. You're exhausted not because you're working hard, but because you're pretending. You fake as hell. A vibe you can't afford will always demand more than it gives. I'm just saying. So let's talk about the real cost, the cost people don't talk about, right? Not money, energy. Renting vibes cost peace, focus, integrity, rest, mental clarity, emotional stability. You ever notice how people who are doing the most are usually the most stressed? Because maintenance is expensive, honey. The real flex isn't how high you can climb once, it's how long you can stay there without losing yourself. If your lifestyle requires constant validation or applauses or comparison, you're already in debt. So consistency is what separates renters from owners. Okay. Anyone can show up once. Anybody can look disciplined for one season. Anyone can afford one moment. But can you afford waking up early consistently? Showing up when nobody notices? Living below your means? Saying no to what looks good but isn't good for you? Consistency doesn't look exciting, but consistency compounds. A vibe you can maintain doesn't drain you, it develops you. So people rent vibes because, they want acceptance. They fear being overlooked. They're chasing approval. They confused image with identity. Social media made renting extremely easy. Filters hide your fatigue and how you really look in real life, knowing you got them big bags under your eyes, okay? Highlights hide habits. Clips hide consistency. But eventually, real life sends the bill. And if you're not prepared to pay, guess what? You crash out. So here's how you stop renting and start owning. You're building a vibe you can afford, honey. You audit your life honestly. Like what drains you, what feeds you. You downsize your image by upsizing your discipline. You choose sustainability over applause. You quit progress, beats loud burnouts, right? Quitting quiet progress. It beats the loud burnout. You build behind the scenes. Owners move differently than performers. Let's say that again. Owners move differently than performers. So keep the same energy offline. Who you are alone matters more than who you are online or in public. So a vibe you can afford feels boring at first, but it's extremely powerful in the long run. So before you introduce me to your lifestyle, ask yourself, can I maintain this when ain't nobody clapping, when the money get tight, when motivation disappears, hell, when pressure increases? And if not, it's not your vibe yet. Build quietly, grow steadily, and move intentionally. So listen, I'm going to close this out and leave y'all with this. Stop renting vibes you can't afford. Stop performing success. Stop borrowing energy you just can't sustain. Build something real. Build something steady. Build something that's going to last you a lifetime that can possibly take care of you and your family, right? because consistency is everything. So, my family, if this episode spoke to you, like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear this. And remember, real vibes don't fade, they're built. We'll talk soon. Holla. See you next episode. Perfect.